Hey guys, it's Wumbo here, recording a deck profile with Mr. Landon here, who got top at back-to-back case tournaments. And Landon, what were you playing for both those events?
I was playing Purely.
Purely, the cats go crazy.
They do.
Before we forget, do you want to do any shoutouts?
Yes. So shout out to Chris LeBlanc. If you need coaching, hit him up. He's a goat. Shout out to you, of course. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to McKenna. Shout out to my dad and Gio. And yeah, that's all my shout outs.
Sick. All right, let's go on with the deck list.
Okay, cool. So for the first tournament, I played 40 cards with a couple changes, and I got third after Swiss. And with this list, I played 41, and I got third after Swiss, and I lost in top eight. So for the cats, I played three white cat and three black cat. It's pretty self-explanatory. Then I played three street. I see a couple people cut this down to two. But I just think with people playing imperms in the books, it's a good card. So I maxed out on it. Maybe you could cut it down to two if those cards ever change. I played three my friend. This card's insane. And for the quick plays, I played three pretty, three happy, three sleepy, and one delicious, and one trap.
So,
Um,
how many times did you hit that delicious?
Yeah, the Delicious, the first tournament, I hit it quite a bit, which is nice, of course. But with the Sleepy now, with the new X Seed, it really doesn't matter, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these were all good. I see a couple people play two of this, but I just never want to like draw this card. And sometimes it's cool to set an extra one, but like at that point, you're already just winning.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think one has definitely been the move.
Yeah, one was good for both weekends. And that's it for my Pearly cards. And then I upped pot to three. This card's just like a good card. It lets you like add really anything you need. Sometimes you don't even activate it and you just discard it because you already have everything that you need. But
Mm-hmm.
it's nice going second, and like if you're missing one quick play to trigger your Baby Noir, like this will add it to your hand. That's why I upped it.
Yeah, I just feel like that card is just so insane. At least in this deck, especially where you just have so many flex cards, like post side, like the card goes so crazy. Especially when like you're playing
Yeah.
at locals, and you just have so many random matchups where like sometimes you
Right.
just need that one card to be able to play.
Yeah, literally the only downside of this card is draw, because like sometimes like you want to start your main phase by activating my friend to like guarantee the sleepy instead of activating this. But like it's fine, you could just discard it.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was good. And for both weekends, I did play three book. I maxed out on this one instead of Eclipse because going first, the Eclipse will set your cards, while this one like you could just set specifically one monster on the field. This card was like really good. It dodges imperm, which is nice. So like there's some cool plays that you could do with that, and it helps with the happiness line. Like you just target their one monster, and then you make happiness and you attack into it. And for this weekend, I decided on two Book of Eclipse. I didn't want to max out on it because like going first, it's not really that good. This card's really good. Same thing with the happiness. You just book the whole board, and then you could like attack over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool because like the ash, like they'll be ashing this instead of like I don't know, you're like my friend or something, and you could add it off the pot, which is cool. But honestly, like I had these as Valors the first weekend, and if they were Valors, I would have won in top eight, which sucks. But it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask because like I think we were just talking about, but like I was going through your matchups, like um, Cash is like not super popular where we play, like unironically, which is just really random to me, but whatever. But and then there's like some Pearly, but not a ton. So like, how did you feel like the books performed in like the non Pearly and Cash matchups because like obviously those are the best matchups for to have that card. But like in other
Yeah, I
matchups
played
that
two PURRELY, so
uh
like it was fine.
yeah.
But I actually lost to Infernoble because game one this was in my hand, and they end on like their whole board is Link monsters, so this literally like doesn't do anything.
Right, and it's like even the spell or trap negates too with like the Charles. It's just like even
Right.
anything you could hit it just doesn't do anything. So yeah, I agree. So
Yeah, so these should probably just go back to Valor. I also like Valor because it's a level one. Sometimes you could like normal summon it, and make a Zeus or something,
hmm
or the Princess Sprite. And then I cut the third book for one talents just to have it like for my pot searches or just to like have it. And I didn't want to play multiple because I don't like drawing multiple of this. Like I know you could discard it, but like playing in the main phase sometimes isn't really like what you want to be doing because of Droll and Valor and everything. So I think one was fine. The first weekend they were like really overperformed. I was like drawing cards. I got Gimmick Puppet locked, and I took his Dragoon with it with Pot, so that was cool.
yeah, I would say like the same thing where like because like my list I was playing one copy too, and like that card I feel like you just draw it enough at one copy to where every time you see it it's just insane. Especially this
Yeah,
format where there's just so many hand traps, like it just does enough.
right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this card. Then for my hand traps, I played three Ash, three Droll, and three Imperm. These didn't change. They were all pretty good to be honest. Sometimes this can be like a bit awkward to main deck because it's not good against everything. Like this card just so good, like against what it is good against that it's like I probably wouldn't cut it for my main deck, and it's a level one, so that's cool.
40 in the main, I assume, right?
I played 41 this weekend because
Whoa.
yeah, I added the third pot.
Okay, sure, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I know that was like that was like a big point of contention between like you, me, and Chris.
Yeah, I
But like,
low
do we
key
just
want
play
to cut him
41, bro?
for
Like,
like the third pot.
it's like does it really affect the consistency like that much? Like, if you're adding in a pot, I feel like whatever consistency you lose from playing 41, you're just gaining back by playing the third pot. So like, does it really matter?
Yeah, and
Like,
it's like my Pearlies, like, they'll always miss anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, I could be, like, playing just 20 cards and it'll probably miss, so it's like, fine.
yeah, it definitely feels that way.
For the extra deck, I played two Noir,
hmm
two Beauty, two Happiness, one Baby Noir, and the one Plump. You could probably cut a Beauty, but I like it, because, like, in the grind game, you could make it, and then you could take multiple cards with it. And sometimes, like, you can end on this and either Plump or the Baby Noir, and then you can have the Noir and Imperm, which is really good. And I see a couple people trying to play two of this, and like I just really don't think it will come up enough to play two, because you do have the trap to ever put it back if you need it. And the matchup set it's like really good against going second is like Despia, because you want to put their cards back into the extra deck instead of destroy them. But yeah, one was good.
Yeah, cool.
One Princess Sprite. I didn't make this at all the second weekend, but the first weekend I made it quite a bit because the Valor. One Slacker. This card was pretty. It was pretty fine. Sometimes I wanted the ensemble blue, or not the bounce one, but the attack directly guy,
Oh, the
just to
Nightingale.
like put damage on the field. Because sometimes this
Yeah,
deck like just sits on the Noir, but like you're already winning if you're there, so I thought it was
right.
fine. Then I played the Downer and Double Zeus for cash. So like the first weekend I was playing this deck, I made Zeus like quite a bit, but then like when I was actually playing the deck, I feel like if you're making this card, you're probably already losing that game anyway, because you have to get rid of your My Friend and like anything else that you set up on the field when you make this card. So I try not to make this unless I really have to. Then I played this. One of my losses, Donner came up instead of this because he had Baguska and I had Ash in hand. But, like, I think this card's like fine.
hmm
I outed a Tikaboo with it too, it was pretty cool. And then I cut Anima for IP to play around Contact Z. And sometimes it's just nice to make, like if you end on your board with this Baby Noir and like a quick play or something, then you could just make the Azalea on their turn.
But so, yeah, I feel like that's like the one argument for Donner. Like if you were playing around Contact C, then like maybe you play that to get out the Donner at that point. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it though. Like yeah, I don't feel like Anima comes up like that much. And again, if like it does, you probably have a lot of gas in hand at that point, or you're desperate.
Right.
It's like two extremes. I feel like most of the time. So
Yeah, I mean sometimes the Anima's nice with Nib, but for the
yeah.
most part you should be able to out the token.
Hmm.
Um, for the side, I played 3 Bell and 3 Nib. I played two of this, and then I didn't play any of this the first weekend. But then I saw Infernoble was getting popular, so I wanted to play Nib. I never drew it, but it was good. I played against like Marine Cess, and it came up weirdly enough.
Yeah.
And Bell's just a good card. I lost to Despia the first weekend, so that was rough when I was only playing two. And I'm kind of scared of Labyrinth, so I wanted to up it. 3 Cosmic. This card's just like good card to have going first or second. So the MVP of the second weekend was Crossout. Like it's kind of cope to like activate this card and like try to hit the D barrier. That never came up. But like hitting like I hit like Drolls, Imperms, in the mirror, I side this in and I hit the leap, so they just never get to Noir. And
Oh,
going
that's
first, you could
broken.
hit the books. So whenever you activate the trap and you target your Baby Noir,
Hmm.
then they book it. I have both books in my deck, so I can hit it with the cross out.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, so this card just like really overperformed. I'm like really happy I played this card the second weekend.
Hmm.
And for the last two slots, I played two summon limit instead of the 3D barrier. Just because like I'm playing pot, so I could just like play any floodgate I want, and you could out this with the pretty. So I just wanted to try it, and it's kind of better than this because it covers like all the link decks and everything at the same time.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was the deck.
Sweet. And then yeah, as like far as like matchups go, it's like the last thing I had for you. Like, do you feel like there was anything you played particularly that's like probably like your worst matchup? Or I mean, I know you said Labyrinth's pretty scary, but like I only played one Labyrinth between both weekends, and yeah, you played none between both weekends. Like, do you feel like there was like a deck in particular you played that was like pretty tough that you maybe
Um,
deck build more for around in the future? Or
Probably just Despia. Like the first weekend, I literally just like lost the roll. Game one, he puppets me with Dragoon up. Game three, he puppets me with Dragoon up, and like there was just nothing I could have done.
yeah,
So like maybe I could like side more for that deck. Maybe like up the D barrier count or play thrust, so when they do puppet me, I could set this. But then even then, he had Dragoon up, so I don't even know. And like for the Infernoble matchup, I feel like I probably should have just cut the books for Veilers and maybe play Dark Ruler. I'm just like not a big fan of that card,
yeah.
but
I'm not a fan of it either, but it would have got insane this last weekend. I feel like, but
yeah, for sure.
who knows? But all right, cool. Well, thanks, Landon, for the profile, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.